Buenos dias. Welcome to our Spain. Hello, Gaetano. How's it going?
Buenos dias, Tanya. Es muy bueno. ¿Qué tal? Y tú, all those things.
Good tally too. It's good.
That sounds like a little playground sing along song. ¿Qué tal? Y tú, ¿qué tal? Y tú. There you go.
Or it sounds like one of those social experiments where you're trying to teach people how to be polite to each other. No, you have to also ask the other person how they're doing.
Right.
Anyway, you have an Spain today?
I do have an Spain. That turns into an Spain. But so this will harken back to our previous healthcare episode where we have discussed getting vaccines.
Oh,
and
yippee, yes.
Yippee. And so my youngest needed to get a vaccine that was very expensive because it was one of the ones that they give at birth here. So if you need it after birth, you have to pay for it, and they don't keep it on hand because it's an after birth vaccine.
Right.
So it was 110 euros, this vaccine. And so I had to swallow my lung to pay for that. And then
that seems about accurate. I think we had one that was maybe 90. So they're in and around the 100 mark, right? Yeah.
And then you add in the exchange rate because we're still paying bills in American money.
Oh, so, you are? Okay. You got one foot in and 1 foot out.
Yes, we still have 1 foot in. So we get the vaccine. So we got this prescription a couple months ago because it was when she was getting her age appropriate vaccines. And so she's like, she'll need this one. I'm going to write it for you today. Wait at least a month or two before you get this one because you can't get more vaccines in her body right now. I'm like, perfect. So I was like, all right, I'm fine. I'm like, oh, there's that vaccine we have to get. So I go to the pharmacy, get it filled, no problem. I take her to the hospital last night to get it, thinking we're going to be in and out. And it becomes this whole drama, and I'm trying my best not to be my best Karen, right? So I'm trying to just go with the flow.
Because I don't know if it works this way, but I was told that I just have to kind of go in through the emergency and the nurse will give the vaccine. Is that what you did?
It's not through emergency. However, we did end up at emergency last night.
different section of the story.
There is a nurse that just administers shots. That's not. It's separate.
But you don't need an appointment for her, right? Like
you
that's
don't
just
need an appointment.
Go in. Okay, so I'm correct.
But like at the hospital in the city, she's on the 3rd floor. She's not done by emergency. So maybe in the Burhill Hospital, she might be near emergency.
No, we started a whole process at the one in the city, so we're going to be finishing. So I'm really appreciating this right now because we're going to have to do this in about a month. So I'll know exactly
I'll tell you
how
that.
it's done.
I'll tell you the life hack that happened out of this. So anyway, we get it to the nurse that does the shots. So I think we'll be in and out, and she does not speak any English. Fine, I'm used to that, but she's now telling me that no, she can't give us the vaccine because the prescription's very old. And I'm like, I just picked it up today. And she's like, no, but the prescription's from June, so it's too old. I'm like, no, but this doesn't have an expiration date. Even the pharmacy told me the prescription doesn't have an expiration date. Because a lot of times here, I don't know if we even talked about this before, is that prescriptions have to be filled within 7 days, 10 days, or a month. There's certain prescriptions that if you don't fill it in within a certain amount of days, the pharmacies can't fill it. But this is one of these ones that doesn't have an expiration.
Isn't that kind of the same everywhere? I feel like that's kind of a thing.
You know what? I don't know, because in America, the doctor calls in all your prescriptions, so you're not even dealing with that, right? They're just waiting for you. I'm not running around town. I haven't ran around town with a prescription in the States in 10, 15 years.
Well, that's true.
And so, anyway, so she's like, no, this can't happen. I'm like, but I have it here. And like, it's one of these vaccines that if it's not refrigerated, you'll die. So I have we're running out of time here, people. So
no, this is a very time sensitive situation, right? So when you're sitting there like, and I don't really want to go back to the doctor and then pay another 110 euros for this, really.
Right. And I still have to pay another 110 euros because I have to, it's a two dose vaccine. So in a month we have to do this all over again. So she's like, no. And she's very frustrated that I don't speak Spanish, and not in a, I can't believe you don't speak Spanish, but she's clearly like, not getting her point across, and I'm clearly not getting my point across. And then they call someone up. So she gets this other woman to come in, and this woman like doesn't speak Spanish. I mean, she doesn't speak English either, but she's like, come with me and we'll go down to reception to see if someone there. And everyone who spoke English seemed to be on a lunch break or off duty or gone for the night, because it's like 7:30, and I'm like, pretty soon, not only is this vaccine going to get like curdled, we're also not going to have the nurse here to administer this thing.
Oh
like,
my
what's
goodness.
going on? And so we're down there. Then I go to the reception and I see the one person I know speaks English. I'm like, can I just tell you my side of the story? Because I feel like there's a lot of running around, and this thing's going to expire, but like, this is the story, and the doctor said X, Y, and Z, and blah, blah, blah. And then the woman came back and she's like, no, we're going to get taken care of for you. But yes, the hospital won't let us do this because this prescription's old.
Okay.
But what we'll do is we'll have a doctor in emergencies write a brand new prescription so we can give you the shot that you have in your hand
that
right
was
now.
Nice. Oh, wow.
It was nice, but I'm like, that's a lot of work. Really, like, this is one of those moments where you're like, in the States, the pharmacy could have just given me the shot and we walked out the door. And I was like, this is one of those Spain moments where, like,
but you would never be in that position in America, because you wouldn't be in a position where you were bringing in your own vaccine from a prescription. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm saying in America, you can get your vaccines at the grocery store, or the doctor's office has it. But if it's one that like the flu shot, you can get at the grocery store or the doctor's. But there's, or any pharmacy can do that, right? You can. So that's one of those things that here, you're like, the doctor says it's time, and so
that was nice of them to sort it out and get it fixed, right? Like, that's how, I mean, it was, like you said, it was a happy ending for the Spain, I think, which at very least.
And if you know anything about my youngest daughter, if anyone knows, I mean, I know you know, if she doesn't get fed every 14 minutes, she turns into a gremlin. So this was after school, like we went right after school.
God.
Like, we'll get
and there's nothing to eat there, right?
And she hasn't had her after school snack, and so she's turning like the Exorcist, and her head spinning, and I'm like, just get us out of here. So it was all resolved, and it was very sweet, and it was funny. The emergency room doctor was one that we had a month or so ago. I had to go take my oldest in there and he was like, oh, I remember you. So anyway, so it was like all old family.
You're regulars, lovely.
We're regulars. But then he was like, yeah, so next month when you come in, you can either come straight to emergencies and we can write another prescription, or it's best if you just email your doctor and have her write a new prescription.
Have them put a new prescription in, like, at that moment. But you're gonna, well, that's good advice, because I have an old prescription of a vaccine that Xena needs, so I'm probably gonna do that then. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate that.
My struggle is your lesson learned.
Well, on better news, although that did turn out well, it is your birthday. Right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it is. Okay. It is my birthday.
So we're excited about that. And not that we don't love doing, research for our Spain. We thought it would be fun to maybe have a chill our Spain today and not have any particular agenda of any particular sort. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I like that. A no agenda. Thank you for that present. The no agenda episode of just, how about we just catch up on our week and and our lives?
Does that mean I don't have to get you another present? I feel like,
another present, because I didn't get the first one.
This is the first one.
Is it in the mail? Because I don't have one.
Well, if it's in the mail, you won't get that either. So I did, yes, I put it in the mail.
It was a really big one too.
Well, it's fun. We will celebrate your birthday in some sort of style. We're very, very busy this weekend, but maybe next weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I will say, growing up, it has always sucked having my birthday around Halloween, because one, your birthday party is always going to be a Halloween-themed party. Like, it's kind of like you can't get out of it. And then other people have other Halloween parties to go to. It just became, a weird thing.
Well, I was always very lucky, because my birthday's around the July 4th. So when I moved to America, I was like, I get fireworks every day and every year for my birthday. And on top of that, there's always a party. So even if I don't want to, even if I haven't organized anyone, or no one's organized anything, I still get a party.
You can just show up and say, have a cake, and it's a doubler.
So I kind of like that there's always something going on. You don't seem to have sort of appreciated that yourself, I guess, because especially when you're a kid.
I do love my birthday, and I've always made big parties out of my birthday and stuff. I will say, after becoming a dad, my birthday is a lot less important than it was before.
That does tend to happen.
And I will say, my kids are like, "What do you want for your birthday?" So the reason why we can't record tomorrow is I'm getting my birthday present tomorrow,
Aw.
which is we're cleaning the house.
Oh my
That's what I want for
god.
my birthday.
And they're gonna do it with a smile on their face instead of the eye rolls, I guess.
If I have to
Just
paint
because it's
it
your
on
birthday.
with fake blood, I will paint a fake blood
Oh my
smile on their
goodness.
face.
Well, you share a birthday with someone that's very special to me too. Our
Is
dog.
it a someone or a
Our dog Blaze.
okay? It's a some dog.
Someone. So it's her birthday, and you would never know it, but she's 4. And Xena loves birthdays, which is awesome because obviously Gerard's not really into it. So Xena and I are quite into birthdays and making sure birthday parties and things happen. And then for Blaze, we were like, I don't have time. I'd have to drive all the way to Sagunto to go to the Tienda Animal in order to get some kind of doggy cookie, because that's not something that you just find everywhere here. You really
No,
have to
that's
go.
what I love about here. I lived in Los Angeles, so
I know, and you would have found a doggy cake on every corner there, right?
you have the better luck of finding a doggy cake than you do a cake with gluten.
There
in
you
it
go,
in Los
right?
Angeles these days.
Well, here they don't exist. Well, Tienda Animal has a little section of doggy cookies, but I'm like, I just can't go all the way out there. So I was like, here's what we'll do. We will buy some like doggy pate, and you can jazz that up into a cake looking thing with some treats and stuff, and Blaze will be ecstatic. But she's not the dog that we can like put party hats on or anything like that. So it'll be low key, I guess.
Okay, low key as she runs around the house.
Yes. As low key as Blaze can be, which is not. So it's birthday.
Well,
it's a birthday week,
yeah.
I guess.
It is,
Yeah.
I will be running around the house yelling at my kids to clean, clean, clean. I really do. That's what I want for my birthday, because they're like, "Well, what should we get you?" And it's like every year they've like gotten me a bracelet,
Oh,
like
yeah.
some sort of like man bracelet or some sort of
Yeah.
thing, and I'm like, I don't want anything. And I was like, I've been wanting to clean this house for months, like a deep
Like
clean.
a
I
really
wanna
good one, right? Like
move
yeah.
furniture and like all of that. And so we'll see if I get that tomorrow.
Well, good luck.
Because...
Well, and then I mean, since we have like,
because I want it tomorrow. That way, when I wake up on my birthday, the place is clean. See, that's the
and
goal.
also you get the girls are in school and you get the clean house to yourself. Right?
I can just
That's
lounge around it. Yes,
because I like it when I do like a deep clean and then everyone's walking around doing their usual stuff, and I'm like, hover, everybody, hover. This place is clean. So if they can all be like at school and you can just go prance around the house with everything being clean, that's the happiest thing, really.
Oh, I mean, I love having kids, but I do
Yeah.
miss the days of when you cleaned your house, like a deep clean. You could keep that way good for a good week and a half.
Oh my gosh,
right?
Yes, not possible now. Speaking of kids, maybe we can talk a little bit about back to school, because you've been doing some interesting things that you've been sharing. I think you shared a little bit with us on a different episode, but we've obviously, everyone's everywhere has been back to school, and
and done with back to school.
And I'm done with, well, I'm done with back to school. I think our back to school is maybe a little more chill than yours, but you also, it's been ramped up because Amara's like, you're doing.
We're in high school, so it's ramped
stuff.
up because it's ramped because I have 2 kids, so that I have to do
There's
all
that.
the teacher meet, all that, like who's your teacher meetings and all that. But now that she's in her 2nd year of high school, it's we got to start talking about college stuff. And the thing is we're here. Like I have to go to all these meetings early because I have no idea how any of this works, because I've only applied to colleges in the United States.
And it's all pretty much the same system, I guess. But are you having to go into how many times have you been to school for this now?
3, and I skipped 2 because I'm like, well, we're not applying there and we're not applying there. And what I mean by is we're not applying to like Harvard. No, we're not applying to an entire country. And it's Europe, but you have to go to meetings for every single country.
They do it all just like a little differently, right?
Yeah, it's not like, even though there's the EU, there's not like an EU system. It's still, how are you applying in Spain? How do you apply in France? How do
so
you
are there
apply
more coming?
Oh yeah, there's more coming. So like I consider it back to school because I have to keep going to campus for these things. As you know, that's 4 or 5 hours out of my day. Yeah,
that's a hike. But I mean, can't these be? I mean, I really liked Zena's last school. A lot of these sorts of things were done on like a Zoom call, and you could just zoom in and they would present, and then at the end of it, you would be sent the PowerPoint presentation to go over if you wanted to.
They're not allowing for that, ironically, because they have people in the Zoom. Everyone's in the audience, and then they have
Oh.
someone in the Zoom watching the audience talking while they're also talking. I mean, so
It seems like that would be easier. I mean,
it,
I don't
it, it,
know.
it seems like it would be.
Yeah. I mean, just for informative purposes, because at this point, nobody knows where, well, not nobody, I'm sure some people have a very good idea, but most people don't know where their kids are going to college at this point. So you're getting a lot of information.
Well, it's not for our year. It's for all years. So there are people who are in the last year of high school where this is very important. And I don't think you'd really want to be in that for a Zoom meeting. You want to be able to talk to the counselor afterwards and be like,
Mm,
here's X, Y, and Z questions. So I can see why it's in person. It would be nice if there was a Zoom option, but it isn't just for like second year high
yeah.
school, right? It's for everyone. It's a country based. So like I said, we're in it early, but we need to be in it early. So this summer, she can start researching colleges so she has next school year to
Right.
narrow things down.
Well, also in the system you're in, the British system, you need to make sure that you have the right qualifications for whatever she might want to go to university for. So you need to you need to be learning this stuff now for sure. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, I can't wait to hear more. We will eventually do a whole episode on this once you've got it all down, whenever that is. 10, 20 years.
20 years. And we've done the UK, the Netherlands, a little bit of Spain. I have Ireland, Switzerland, Germany coming up.
Okay.
Next
Well,
week.
have you been taking notes like a good student? Because we'll be having a lot of questions for you. Oh my gosh. So it's been a very stressful beginning of school for you, I guess.
Well, it's stressful. Well, I guess what I would say is
time consuming.
Time consuming, yes. I haven't had my me time yet, and I have a lot of me time that I need to get me things done.
Right.
Like, I mean, I am still trying to run my house and my life, and I have things I have to accomplish. Yeah. I really should have married very well or won the lottery. Neither of those things happened.
I think many of us are thinking that a lottery would be well received.
Yeah. So do you, well, you have one kid, so I have two kids. So what's your week been like? I mean, have you, I mean, you obviously have more time for yourself. No.
I mean, I do also have a full-time job, so that takes up a lot of time. And then we're still driving the kid back and forth from school, which is something we've been doing for many years, but since we're trying to move and get closer to the school, but that hasn't happened yet. So that's a work in progress that's taking up a lot of my time, plus, my actual job, which is, we have this, which is fun. And then because we are out, as you know, with a house and a garden and a pool, I was, my spare time is taken up taking care of things that I don't really want to be doing. So so this morning I was just, cleaning and doing a lot of things, back to cleaning. And I was like, I need to go clean the pool. And I don't know if any of you or you have ever had a fish tank.
Oh yeah, we've had fish tanks.
Yes, I was once gifted a fish tank. So it wasn't sort of
that's a horrible gift.
Well, it was a really nice gift, really, but it was kind of one of these things that I didn't really put a lot of research into whether I wanted a fish tank. It was like, I got it and I was like, okay, and I did enjoy it, but I will say the upkeep for me was not worth it didn't match, or it rather exceeded, I guess, the upkeep exceeded the enjoyment of having fish, right? And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now about having a pool, because it's like so much work that you have to do to keep it up. I mean, it's not so much, but it's like more than I would want for enjoying a pool. I need a pool boy is what this is coming down to. It's what make the whole thing a lot easier. But I also don't like paying for things that I can do myself. So I get myself into this little quandary, right?
Right.
So we should be able to clean our own pool, which is fine, but it does take up a lot of time. And it also sometimes what happens is you think, I want to go in the pool. Oh, but now I have to clean it first because we didn't do that yesterday. We forgot, whatever.
It's not going to be enjoyable,
right?
to be swimming around flotsam and jetsam,
Exactly.
right?
And then the other thing which is interesting about here in Spain is, again, I was misled by, I don't know, whatever I was reading in my wonderful imagination, that the pool would be something one could enjoy year round.
Or mostly year round.
Mostly, right?
I'm on your side. I mean, I think the propaganda was out there.
It wasn't right. So to be very honest, and we talked about this when we talked about, I think, the beaches in the winter, which is the weather drops, the temperature drops quite significantly around September, quite quickly, September, October.
Well, can I also add that I've noticed, so you've been here a little bit longer, but this is our third October, and I have realized once Halloween hits, it's over. It's like you're fine sailing until October, shorts and a sweater weather. It's shifted a lot from the summer, but it's not miserable. But now this is our third Halloween, and I'm like,
Boom,
oh,
immediately,
it's
right?
over. Yeah.
And I've noticed that as soon as they go back to school, the temperature drops a little bit, and then you're right. By Halloween, you're done. So that means you're not, unless you're polar plunging, you're not going in your pool. I mean, we haven't gone in now for probably a month, maybe 3 weeks. We haven't been in, and we're not going in again, right? Unless we want to be.
And your
cold.
pool's not heated, so maybe if you had a heated pool, but who wants that
pools
expensive?
here? Really, I don't think, because I mean, in the summer it's beautiful. I guess you could heat it in the winter.
I'm sure the fancy people.
Maybe.
I'm sure the fancy people.
And then you're not getting in it again until May. That's a really much shorter summer of pool activity than I ever imagined. So then you really do have to sit there and think, am I going to close the pool for the winter or not? And that is a decision that you have to make, and that will affect how much you're cleaning and whether you're cleaning all year and all these sorts of things. So anyway, that's why I'm associating today my pool with a fish tank. I'm still debating where I land on this, you know.
Right. Well, we had fish tanks, and I concur, and we've had pools, and I grew up with pools, and I agree they are a nonstop hassle. And I will say, in your defense, your pool is directly under a forest of pine trees.
This is a problem. So, I mean... We are in a national park of pine trees, and that is potentially a problem. And it's quite windy here, so you know, the wind blows, all the pine trees fall, and every single one of them falls in the pool, by the way.
Of course,
it's like a magnet. Yeah. Anyway, that's been my time suck, has been the pool and the garden and stuff, which is, I'm with you. Like once Xena goes to school, I kind of I want like a spa day or something, but that never really happens.
Oh my God, I would love a spa day. I'm just going to say, I haven't found this yet. And if anyone knows of a place, back in the States, there was a place called The Joint and a place called The Massage Place. And they were owned by the same company. And they were like a membership chiropractor and massage place. And you would pay a monthly fee, and that fee would get you 1 hour of massage. Like free, like not free because you're paying for
in the month, a month
in the month. Okay, but you get really discounted massages.
Oh, if you want more
on top of that, if you want more, and if you don't use it, they compile.
Really?
Right? So like you don't lose that massage. It just
that's
goes
surprising.
To the next month.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so I had one of these memberships, and then I took a job, and for 2 years I couldn't use the membership, and I never canceled the membership. So then I wasn't working there anymore, and I was freelancing. So then I had something like 27 hours of massage. So like my last year in LA, like I was getting a massage like every other week.
You were so spoiled.
I was. And then they had this chiropractor place, and it was really cheap. I think I was paying like $70 a month, and it got me like 2 adjustments a week. So I was going all the time. And I haven't had one adjustment or one massage in the 2+ years I've lived here, and I wish those kind of places were here.
Yeah, and
Daddy needs
I will say,
bent and broken,
I will say also what I loved there's a place in England that I've found that has it, and I had this in like Virginia where we lived. It was those like places where you could just go get a foot massage, and it was like $1 a minute. So you could get like 30 minutes, 40, whatever you wanted. It was just like $1 a minute, and you didn't need an appointment. So it doesn't matter how busy you are. If you had free time, you could just walk in and get a foot massage or a massage. And I love that, because if you have to book it and then life gets away from you, it creates more stress, really. And I love that. And I haven't found that here either, because I would love a place like that where it's like, you know what, today I just didn't have a lot to do, so let me go down and get a foot massage. And I love foot massages. That's like the best. So if anyone knows anything like that, please post
let us
for us, because we need a massage.
I need some self-care so bad.
Oh my God, especially after Halloween is going to be fun. So we got Halloween coming up, obviously.
We do. I mean, the last week was our Halloween episodes, because, but it still hasn't happened.
No.
And I have to say, this is so hard for me to say out loud. I don't know how Halloween's going to pan out, because I have teenagers.
Okay, you're scaring me, because that was really good. my God, this sounds awful. What's
And I
happening?
haven't won an Academy Award yet.
Good for that one.
It's a Shonda.
You got to apply for them or something. Or pay people, don't you?
Well, I have teenage daughters,
Yeah.
and I have been informed that they cannot guarantee that they will be celebrating Halloween.
Okay,
with
that's
me.
just your daughters, because that's terrifying. That's Halloween terrifying. I don't know when Xena will. I hope that she will never get too old for Halloween, and it changes a little.
No.
But
I didn't say too old for Halloween. I just said their holiday plans may not include.
may
me.
not include you, right?
This is teenager stuff. This is not.
Yes.
They're too cool for Halloween.
Okay.
This is like who in the friend group is having the sleepover, and I've offered the house as a sleepover because we're right near Rusafa and like right near the
right.
hubbub.
You're in
of
a
all
good
the
spot
fun
for
stuff.
it. Yeah.
And then one kid's like allergic to the cats, which we understand. And then another friend's like, well, we want to do it there. I'm like, yeah, but the last time you did it over in that town, it was a bust. This could be your last Halloween as teenagers wanting to do this. Like really like in that kind of mix of things. I'm like, you guys should, because my oldest hadn't done the Rusafa thing. I'm like, you should all go to Rusafa because it's so lively and you see little kids, but then there's the grown-ups doing the pub crawl. So as teenagers, you can feel like you're kind of both.
Yeah.
Like you got your feet in both pools kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
So I always throw a Halloween party, and because of the chaos of our life this year and how everything is blending and landing on Halloween, we are not doing that. But so I was actually incredibly grateful that one of Xena's friends is doing a Halloween sleepover, and I just have to get her a costume and send her off. And I'm like, have at it. And I wish I could be more involved because I love Halloween, but I am literally missing Halloween this year because of how everything's landed. It makes me very sad as well, but I can't fake crying like you can. So I'm just going to say it makes me that sad was what,
so we
what
both
you
might
sounded.
Be alone.
Yes.
We both might be alone.
So then we'll do a Halloween thing and pretend, I don't know, go get dressed up and trick or treat. Who knows?
Yeah. And I mean, I don't. Did I mention this? No, I don't think I've mentioned this. So I went to Lidl and they did get more pumpkins.
Oh, they did.
So now
good.
I replenished our pumpkin, but I might be alone Halloween carving 3 pumpkins by myself. Now this isn't confirmed.
And you're also in an apartment, so no. I mean, if you're not in a trick or treating area, so it's not like one of those things where you can be alone on Halloween, but you can decorate your house and all the kids are going to come to you and take your candy. Like, so you can't even like do that, but you could probably go like volunteer for the people doing the trick-or-treating or something, but it's not the same.
No, that would just be like a knife in my heart. I can't do that. So
okay, well, you know what we're gonna do, it would probably not on the 31st, but after the 31st we will go do that cemetery tour.
Oh,
okay.
Can that be my birthday present?
For sure. Yes.
With a bocadilla from your place in the mountain.
Yes.
Bring one of those down from the mountain.
Okay, I have to bring it. Well, yeah, that's very different places. But yes.
No, so I mean, yeah. So one might be in Port Supply and one might be in some town elsewhere, or they could all change their minds, and then I've got both kids having their parties here, and I might have 30 girls in my house. So
you never know how it's going to turn out. Yeah. I'm 100% sure we will not be doing Halloween, but I'm going to find some way to celebrate for sure. Maybe I'll go to Little and get some pumpkins and just,
Oh, and they had a bigger one. So I actually got one that's the size of a soccer ball. Granted, not enough to do like an elaborate design, but a lot bigger than the ones that I got. So that was good.
Yeah. And I do believe that Carmen and Mark, who had posted, some of our listeners had posted on one of our social media things that they were selling the bigger-ish pumpkins at Carrefour, I think is where they said.
I thought he said Court Inglés.
Court Inglés. Was it El Court Inglés? Okay, now I don't even know which one it was.
Or maybe
but they are around and about. So I mean, but that's good to know that they are around and about, and they are becoming more available. So yeah.
And like we've discussed in our Halloween episode, that things are becoming bigger every year. So last year when like the supplies ran out, it was over. They are replenishing things more.
I've never seen them replenish anything in Halloween. So yeah, for sure.
And I never saw it so themed out. Granted, I know Wednesday is back on the air with a new season, but there's a lot of theming and branding.
Speaking of theming and branding, this makes me laugh because when we were in Consume earlier, they have, 2 feet wide, no, maybe 4 feet wide sort of display that they put up for Halloween candy, right? Mm-hmm. But they already have the Christmas stuff up. And so I might be remembering this wrong, but I feel like if you went into like CVS or Target or something, it was like the 31st, they're like clearing everything out, and then Christmas stuff is coming. They wouldn't have both at the same time, I don't
I
think.
think it's been a long time since I've been to CVS because the Christmas stuff's coming out in beginning of September.
Before, and then the Halloween, it is sharing. Okay.
It's sharing shelves, and then it fully takes over.
I feel like I feel like things were cleared out and then replaced for each, holiday. But
it was like that years ago.
Yeah.
But in the last 10 years, it's like they're getting Christmas. I mean, I don't even why even take the Christmas stuff down anymore? I don't even know why.
You're bringing it out in July.
So long, yeah.
And besides, there are people that leave their Christmas trees up year round. They need to be able to buy things for them.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
Okay?
So, I mean, the world has gone crazy. So
anyway, it was a surprise for me to see the Christmas and the Halloween stuff out at the same time, but it was cute because both of them were very, very small areas.
I will say it seemed a little early for me because the little has a lot of Christmas, has some of the Christmas treats out too, and I'm like, I don't remember it coming out this early last year.
Right.
However, I am very excited for the little Christmas cookies that will be coming out in the stores very soon. I'm not going to pronounce them correctly. One, because they're not out yet, so I don't have the label in front of me to read all the words. But they're kind of like crumbly shortbready things, and you're supposed to pinch them when you eat them.
Oh, are those the ones that are all wrapped up?
Yeah, and they come in different flavors.
Okay.
And like made of olive oil.
God, do you like those?
Oh,
We've been given those a lot, and they have them in like buckets that you can just scoop up as many as you want, right? And they look really pretty because they're wrapped in paper like bonbons, right? And then they have slightly different, maybe that like different color dots on them or something of what they are. So you can, you're right. They're just a little too flaky for me. It's like they kind of disintegrate.
They disintegrate, but you're supposed to. We'll do an episode.
Okay.
We'll do some research, and then we'll have a poco about them. But you're supposed to pinch them, and I haven't learned the science, but there's a science of pinching them to make them like not crumble.
Really?
It's like you're supposed to compress them to eat them. Okay. But I don't care. I'll just suck the dust off the. We
had some sitting in our pantry for some time before I finally threw them away because I was like, I don't even know how long these last because it just wasn't my kind of thing. But maybe if I can get them to the right, maybe if I can pinch them and get them to the right texture, I might like them.
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay.
Yeah. And there's different flavors, and there's some flavors I don't like, and then there's some that I do.
Do you remember the flavors?
Adore. Well, I love the chocolatey ones, and it's not a really strong chocolate. I love the ones that have a little bit of an anisette flavor, And these, and then they have a lemon flavored one. They have one that's just an olive oil one that's good too. Okay. Now I have to warn people: if you're a vegan, you can't have them. Sorry, and I didn't know this. And if you're kosher or Muslim, you can't have them either because they have pork in them.
Of course they do. Oh my God! What is it made out of? Pork fat?
Yeah, pork fat is like the binder. And I was like, I got those. And like,
that's hilarious.
Kosher Jewish
Who
friends.
Who would have thought, right? It's a cookie.
And they were like, we can't have those. I'm like, what are you talking about? You can't have it. It's a cookie. I'm like, oh, come on. And they're like, there's pork in it. And I was like, oh my God, you people are crazy. There is not pork in a friggin' cookie. And then I look at the wrapper, and there it was Thurdo. And I'm like, oh my God.
That reminds me.
But I don't keep kosher, so more.
Yeah, that reminds me because we would save our bacon grease because my aunt would cook everything in bacon grease. And so, she was one of those people that was like, I'll take yours.
Oh, I'm one of those people. Yeah, I'm one of those people.
Yeah. So that, amazing. So I can see how that could happen. I think if she was, cooking cookies, there might have been some bacon grease going in there.
I will say I do something that I call a cowboy cookie.
Okay.
And I make chocolate chip cookies, but I substitute half the butter with bacon grease. So they have this like smoky, salty taste to them as well. And they are quite good. I recommend it highly.
That sounds amazing and so good for you.
Oh, it's so healthy. It's so healthy.
But that does sound amazing. So I
will say they were so good that I did have a vegan person that I worked with ate one. I was like, I told you there's bacon fat. And she was like, I'm pretending you didn't say
I've just never heard of this before. And I just love that even though we had no agenda today, we have definitely gone on a tangent. I don't know how that happens, but it seems to have happened.
Spain related that pork is in everything. So
this is true. I think I've mentioned this before. Like one of my favorite restaurants that's in Pujol, which is Cafe Atelier. Love it. They have the best. They have great menu, an amazing chef, and it's very casual. It's a casual little cafe, But that was where we had like a menu where we had bought somebody who was Muslim, and it wasn't listed on any of the items that there was hamon in it, but it came out every single one came out with pork in it somehow,
Right.
even if it was just a garnish. And I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like I don't think about it, but it's on everything, everywhere. Yeah.
Right.
I don't mind, but definitely hard for other people.
Oh, since we're on a pork and a food tangent really quick, there's something, I don't know if I've discussed this with you yet. They have something at the grocery store that they do not have in the States.
Okay.
That they have here that we have found, and we are completely in love with it, is in the deli meat, packaged deli meat section where they got the turkey and the ham and all that stuff, and they have the hamon and they have the ham, right? The American style ham.
The York ham, as they call it.
The York ham, as they call it. They also have sliced loin of pork.
Oh yeah,
for samishes.
So good.
I have never seen that.
Is that
before
the one
in my life
that you had the one
here.
that's like kind of smoked? It has a smoky flavor. That one seems to always have, which I like.
It doesn't have a smoky flavor, but you can tell that it's actually sliced pork loin because it's not prefabbed. You know, I mean, it's got the shape and the fat lines where they're supposed to be, and they're discolored. You know, I mean, they have the coloring of how the meat is, and we stumbled upon those, and we get those like crazy because it's so like good. So good, and I've never seen that before in my life. Have you had that in Britain? Because I've never seen it in the States.
No, and I will say that when we had our meat business in the States, the pork loin was a very wanted piece to cook, right? But it was, you know, you wouldn't get a lot of them, obviously. So, I mean, but it's a very nice cut. So I can imagine it would be something that would be delicious as a deli meat as well if it's done that way. So good.
They make the best sandwiches. Oh, they're so good.
I'll have to look for that.
It doesn't last long.
Yeah.
No,
I'm sure
so
it
what
doesn't.
we do is we get the little focaccia breads and we slice those in half. We slightly toast them, and then we put the ham on it. Put a little bit of pesto and the jarred roasted peppers and some lettuce. God. That's the sandwich we make in this house.
I made my own focaccia bread when I was in England visiting my mom, and I was like, I'm going to cook something, but it's hard to cook in her kitchen because she likes everything to be spotless. So I was like, what's the least I can do to make the most thing, right? And I was like,
Jello. You can make Jello.
Jello. Like bread, because I'm just going to make that and then it's going to cook and then it's, you know. So anyway, it was so good and it was so easy and I loved it. And I did that. I started just slicing it and making sandwiches out of it. Delicious. So good. So I highly recommend.
Was it hard to make?
Very easy. It was one of the easiest things. Basically, it was like you make the dough and everything. And then I put it in a bowl in the fridge. And because, again, everything has to be a certain way, I put it in a smallish bowl so that it wouldn't take up too much room. And it's supposed to rise overnight. And you can leave it in the fridge overnight or up to like 4 days. So you can really make it ahead. And then you take it out and then, you know, put it in the pan, let it sit for a minute and then put it in the oven. So it's very, very, very low maintenance and easy to do. But I went back to the fridge like 10 minutes later and it had completely overgrown the bowl. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst place for something.
Mom, stay upstairs.
Like, don't come down. It's going to be clean in a minute. So then I had to replace it into a bigger bowl. So it really rose. I mean, a lot. So I'll send you the recipe. It was delicious and good. And yeah. And you just put it when you put it in the oven, you put it in a pan with tons and tons of olive oil. So that makes it very crispy and delicious on the outside. It's like very over olive oil.
I do love focaccia.
Yeah.
I mean,
I will make you one eventually because it was worth making again for sure.
Well, why don't you come over here one day and we can make it together and you can show me how to do it.
Yeah, but it needs to stay overnight in the
slumber party.
Yeah.
We'll give Jawad the kids and we'll have a slumber party.
Oh my goodness. And today Zena made cinnamon rolls, which was because you can't find those here. So we sometimes what we do is we make things that are hard to find and they were amazing.
There are a few cafes in our neighborhood that have
not out
cinnamon
here.
rolls.
Yeah, not out here.
I can imagine. It's not a Spain thing, but they are a city thing. And there's a couple
of good ones
that have them.
And I know Starbucks nice. Has them, but as much as I love Starbucks, their pastries are always a little like stale.
Factory made.
You know, they always taste like they were made several days ago. So even though they look really good, it's never what you want it to be. But yeah, they were also very easy to make and came out really fluffy and delicious.
There's a bakery called Malt around the corner from
Mm-hmm.
us, and they have the perfect, like they're thick,
Yep.
but they're also not dense. Like they're still very fluffy and airy,
Yeah.
but it's the right mix of cinnamon, sugar, and the icing. It's like they're.
Yep.
I don't walk that corner on
Yeah, you have to not.
because they also have these brioche, like these little
Yeah.
sweet brioche breads that are
Mm.
filled with pistachio cream.
Oh my
Which
God,
is
that must be so good. Yeah, they have the croissants
yeah,
with the pistachio cream as well,
yeah,
right? Which is
yeah.
so good.
It's, I have to stay away from the pistachio cream because I could eat a
Oh,
jar.
it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's a different experience here in Spain for us because I mean I think it's in this way it's better because we're making things instead of like when I would make cinnamon rolls in America, I would go and I would buy the buns that came in the jar
Pillsbury.
and then chop those up and stick them in a pan with cinnamon and butter, and it came out really really delicious because you don't have to make the bread part. But I
Right.
actually think the ones we made today were actually better than that, which is shocking because they just came out as the exact right texture and fluffiness, and I was kind of surprised. So we don't have that option here to go and buy the bread and chop it like the pastry piece that's not cooked yet and chop it up and put it somewhere.
Right.
So
Or just the really convenient big thing of Entenmann cinnamon rolls. Yeah, we don't have that either. I mean, I am happy that we don't
Yes.
have access to all the food that
It
we
is
have.
better.
I mean, it hasn't shown up on my waistline, but I am happy that I don't have the access to all of that stuff. But that being said, not saying we can't have it. We just
but also
find the
with
bakery that
like
makes it.
bread and stuff, it's so. I mean, you literally do make it with 3 ingredients, and when you think about the ingredients that are in the things that you buy that are pre-made, it's a huge difference, and it's not that difficult. So we've sort of started to make some of that stuff, and it's quite nice. So anyway, beyond the cooking, what else has been going on in your life this week?
Well, I mentioned that tomorrow that's what I want for my present, and I think there could be a wrench in those works because I don't have a daughter home, so I'm down a child right now.
Where is which one?
Amara. Amara is
Okay.
gone. Amara
Gone.
is she's gone. Well, she's back, but I don't have her. She's now doing Duke of Edinburgh. So
okay, first of all, Duke of Edinburgh. Let's say that, and then tell me what it is because I actually don't know.
Duke of Edinburgh. Let's say that.
But I don't know what it is. Tell me what she did for that.
Which is so funny. You don't know what this is because it's literally a British.
I know, but
thing,
I didn't. I don't think it existed when I was a kid. So
Duke of Edinburgh is Edinburgh.
There you go.
Is let me talk like this. And
you don't have to talk like that to pronounce it properly.
Well, I have to talk like a sexy Spaniard to
there
get my
you
Spanish
go.
words out
That's
correctly.
true.
So.
This is all part of your acting past.
This is part
get
of,
into the mood of the whole thing.
It's the method.
Method
acting. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, so tell us what it is.
So it's available at all. I mean, I would say all the British schools because I've seen it pop up on their websites and stuff. And it's a British thing. It's an extracurricular thing, not necessarily done through the schools. It's a thing. You get a certificate for it. It's kind of like scouting, I guess would be the best way to describe it. It's about self-improvement, betterment, service, and nature. So they have 2 of these I call it Survival Spain Edition. So there's these 2 hiking excursions they do in the year. And so she did that
good
for
2
her.
nights. Did she like it?
Yeah. I don't know.
This was the first time she went on the hiking one. Okay. Xena would see that and be like, no.
This is her first time. Her friends did it last year. She couldn't get into it last year because she signed up too late. It was we didn't know about it.
And she's signing up through the school, but it's extracurricular kind of.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So it's the school. There's someone in the school that represents it or takes it on. Do you know what I mean? But it's not a school function thing at the same time.
Nice.
I pay fees for it, but it goes to Duke of Edinburgh.
I think that's probably how it's done in England too. I mean, it's kind of this. It isn't. Like you said, it's more like a Girl Scout, Boy Scout thing. Yeah.
It was set up by the Duke of Edinburgh. I mean, I think that's who set it up. Someone set it up, and so
I think it was maybe something because I have heard of it. I just didn't know what all the things were that you have to do. I think it was something that was set up to kind of encourage all those things that you just mentioned in young children, right, and give them an opportunity to do it.
It's high school age, high school to college age. So it's not younger children. It's young adults, and and it's like 3 or 4 years you do it for, and then you get a certificate. And it's one of those things that looks good on college and work resumes, because if anyone else has done it, you're likely to get a job from that person who went through this experience as well.
It sounds cool.
But she has to do so much community service, that she has to do volunteer work. She has to do a self-improvement thing, which is like learn a new skill. And then there's athleticism, and since she's a ballerina, she can use that at least as her athleticism thing. But for kids who aren't athletic, they have to take up a sport or something like that. And then they do these 2 hikes, and these hikes are they're survivor. The adults are away. They have to do everything themselves. They're on the mountain with them, but they're not helping them or hiking with them. So they're like within earshot kind of thing. And I think the grown-ups bring the tents to the different campsites, but the kids have to take them up, take them down, cook their own food. She was telling me all this stuff, and I was like, Omar, you stayed in a Best Western. That is as closest to camping you've ever been in your entire life.
And that is.
So they got back today, and she texted me from her friends, because her friend's dad picked her and her friend up from school, because that's where the bus was dropping them off, and she was supposed to then come home, take the subway home from her friend's house, and she's like, can I just stay here? I'm too tired and I can't even walk home. I'm like, the subway's 5 blocks from our house, you can't walk home. She's like, can I just stay? I'm so tired. And then the mom texts me, because you have no idea how tired these kids are. I'm like, I saw the map. I saw where they were hiking for 3 days.
Sounds amazing though. That sounds like a really great experience.
Yes, I agree.
And then she has to do another one too. So presumably then you get...
It's like March,
April, then you get to kind of like, okay, we've done this once. Maybe the next one will be a little easier, and you kind of really hone those skills, I suppose, by doing it a few times.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So she's silver level, then there's gold level. So then I guess next year will be the last year. I think it's 1 per year. I don't know. This is... I haven't heavily researched this because I don't need to. They got the check for me, and that's all.
Someone else is organizing it, and you're out. It's like there's only so many things you can be in charge of. That's how I'm feeling right now. It's like I need somebody else to take control. I need an assistant. I need not an assistant. I need like an assistant that I can pay to be the boss. Like you make the decisions. I don't know what that is.
Oh my God. I want to be taken care of so bad. I just want someone to take care of me. I'm at this point of like, someone tell me how to do things, because I'm telling 2 little people how to do things every day.
I feel like this year has been really, well, for me anyway, it's been a lot this year. So I'm actually excited for 2026. I know that's crazy that it's actually coming up. Zeno came in the other day. She's like, there's only like 2 more months left until the next year. I'm like, this is crazy, because it's still January, isn't it? I don't know where this year has gone. It's been so hectic and crazy for me. And I'm just looking, I've never looked forward to a new year, because I like the kind of that new year thing where it's like new beginnings a little bit and all that. Reverse. So that's what I need.
I'm with you. I was supposed to have a lot more accomplished by this time this year.
That's not how we all feel.
And also, I had to say, this is where I get... Let's go back full circle to the beginning of our conversation. This is where I'm a little annoyed with all this back to school stuff we're not prepared for, because I was supposed to be getting all this other stuff taken care of. But the stuff at school, that's a whole day. So there's a lot of like, a whole day of a day wasted.
Right, it just takes over.
Not wasted because this stuff's important, but I'm like, I have to do important... staying here work, right?
Right, but also for you, it's really difficult because of how long it takes you to get to school and back, right? So that is definitely, and I mean, that's your day if you have to go to school, and that's crazy. Like if I have a meeting, like we have a meeting at school with her tutor on Monday, we're just going to go to school half an hour early, have the meeting, and then bring her back home, and we're just driving there and back. So I'm really the only extra time I'm spending is literally the time that we're having the meeting with her. So that's a big difference in our day. We have the rest of the day to do whatever we would normally do. So I think for you that it's hard to have all these university things coming in as actual in-person meetings is kind of crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking a cab to school every time because that's expensive. So,
well, and the train is easy and nice. It's just longer than you would want.
It's a long planning thing, right? The trip itself is only 30 minutes, but it's 30 minutes to get to the train station and then another 30 minutes to get from the train station to school and have relaxed time before the meeting starts. And then you have to plan that the train only leaves every 30 minutes. So it's a planning. Do the same on the return.
We need a planner for us. We need someone to plan our stuff for us. Well, I know that the train is kind of, it takes time and you got to plan it. I'm actually excited because one of our plans is to move closer to actually being in walking distance to public
Right.
transportation. And
Right.
I mean, we'll see, but we'll probably be having this conversation again. Be like, no, I just drove because I was like,
Right.
I didn't want to wait for the train.
Right. And also, like, if you're on the commuter train, it's one of those things that you're like, oh yeah, I'm by the commuter
Hmm.
train, I live by the train station, but that only brings you into like two stations in town. One's the beach, and you're never gonna have anything down
Right,
in
right.
Cabinal. There's nothing you're gonna have down there, or any of us are gonna have. And then it's right in the center of town. But if you're
Why is it even stopping there? Because I've also seen that, and it's a strange stop for me. But maybe because I don't know the city. Maybe it's so crazy busy down there that makes sense. I don't know.
It's not, but what I think it is that Cabinal was a town.
Mm.
And so, I mean,
It is the
it is
beach.
so far from the
Yeah.
center, and it's so far from the center of city that it is like a separate town in
Okay.
itself, right? Like if you, I mean, like, we've talked about that we haven't been to the beach this summer because it's a pain to get to. Like it's
Right.
long. It's really not that far, but it's long, and you're like, So
Yeah.
there is a bigger station there that hooks up with some tram
Mm.
lines
Oh,
and
okay.
things.
So
The
maybe
subway
it's a
doesn't go down.
connecting point as well. That could be.
It's a
Yeah.
connecting point, but like if you're coming into um the only station is the north station, then you got to get on two more subways. You're gonna look at it and be like, we'll just drive because it's on the other side of the city,
Right.
and it'll be easier to park than to
Yeah,
go
I
through all
do.
that
Okay,
hassle.
and I do fear that we will be driving anyway. But I think it's having the option makes you feel good, even if you pick driving. It's still you have that option to take a train or a bus, and that's nice. You know.
The option is very good, and also as your child gets older, the independence of being like, no, mom's not driving you, and you're gonna suck it up. And if you want to go to town to see your friends, you get on the train, and you have to leave
Oh, see,
now,
I thought
right?
the
Like
option
that.
was you can't go out, so you just have to stay home. Because that's how my childhood was. So that wasn't how it works.
No. So we moved here for my kids to be independent and out of the house.
Yeah.
They won't leave anymore. But
You have the opposite problem.
except now for Halloween, they won't leave all summer. But now they're
Oh,
like, Dad, we're
yeah,
gone for the holiday that means so much to
that's
you.
true. Well, I
Well, on
on
that
that
note,
note, I hope your birthday wishes come true. Which is a clean house. I hope your birthday wishes.
I hope so
I hope
too.
you have more birthday wishes than that, to be frank. But that's a good one. It's a good one to start on. And we'll be at this again with some other episodes and poco a pocos. So, and
And
we
all
hope you
that
enjoyed
stuff.
this little chit chat because this is our life in Spain and things that are going on, and maybe we'll do this again.
Yeah, I think I'm having fun now. Let us know if you like hearing us talk about what just the minutia of
There you
life
go.
is and how we are doing it. And in 2 days, you'll be hearing us talking about our poco a poco is mazapan.
Marzipan. Oh, delicious. All right. Adios.
Adios.
Bye.
Hey, can't get enough of us? Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Spain Podcast.
And on our website, ourspain.com, which we will be updating with exciting new things as we grow.
We would love for you to message us with any topics you would like to hear about.
See you next time.
Bye.